To be fair, there is no such thing as the yellow diet. But if you decide to travel to Porto, you will ask yourself, why not? Because everything you eat here is yellow.
Look at this cheese-drooling sandwich, the fastest hot dog in the Wild West. And how about this McDonald's hamburger mocking ham sandwich?
We took an airplane from this volcanic rock to spend 69 hours on the diet. The first place on the menu today is Casa Guedes. This is the place to try the famous Sandes pernil, which is basically a Porto bifana.
Bifana is what you get in Lisbon.
In most corners of Earth, we eat the typical Americanized ham and cheeseburger. In Portugal, not so much. And in our opinion, these are the real hamburger OGs.
Are you supposed to put mustard in this one?
Yeah.
The traditional one comes without any cheese, but everyone said you have to try the one with the cheese in it. And since Jon loves cheese...
Of course, Amelia.
Yeah, but I don't like it so much, so I'm gonna go for the traditional one.
It's interesting that when you think about hamburgers and burgers around the world, it's always the same constellation. But here in Portugal, bifana, Sandes pernil, I would love to see more of this generally.
So with 1.3 million humans, Porto is loaded with epic restaurants. In classic Bourdain style, we headed to Gazela. This is where you find Porto's fastest and juiciest hot dog. So what you see on this plate is actually a hot dog that put Porto on the map. This place, which is called Gazela, has been located here for 60 years.
And this is particularly interesting for us Danes because hot dogs is a big deal in Denmark. It doesn't look like a typical hot dog. It's dry, the bread, but with the marinade on top. Wow.
Is this better than the Danish hot dog?
Yeah, definitely. And the atmosphere also here. You feel like you are in a video with Anthony Bourdain, no reservations.
Or Anthony Soprano.
Generally, the yellow diet shares the traits of being cheap, delicious, and unhealthy. Well, unhealthy if you decide to copy our binge-eating massacre. And you should, because Porto is a city where you come to self-indulge. It used to be our favorite place to throw away any adult responsibility.
Now that this guy is painfully sober, we are taking responsibility for the first time in Porto. But our feast continues, and soon with what is considered the yellow diet holy grail. What do you feel like now?
Well, maybe a delightful mineral water. Or actually, I would like a dessert. What is
Det
it?
er præcis det, du skulle sige, jo. Det er derfor, jeg spurgte dig, hvad vil du så gøre i stedet? Og så siger du mineral. Det var egentlig, fordi du sagde lige, du ville have en dessert lige
Jamen,
før.
så lad os finde en dessert.
Okay. We are gonna take advantage of the fact that Portuguese people have a sweet tooth, because so do we.
Plus, I swore that on the return flight, I will be so fat from food that I will need an extender.
Normally, they say the human body consists of 60% water. For Portuguese humans, though, it's a different story since they share a rare combination of egg yolk, sugar, and butter, making up 72 of the average adult body. In other words, you should make a deep dive into the sugary food scene of Porto.
Maybe we should have a little dessert tasting menu.
Honestly, I don't care about the names of these desserts. Pick like a little child in Toys R Us and eat it.
You just ate it all? Du tager ikke chokoladen. We just had an amazing night's sleep here at our hotel. And we haven't had breakfast, so now we are ready to button up and get fat again.
What's the best francesinha in Porto?
Para mim é do Café Santiago.
The holy grail is the francesinha. It's a melting paradise of cheese, ham and bread with sauce on top, along with a perfectly fried egg. You usually only get this in Porto, so it's hardwired into the basic human needs of the locals.
You don't go anywhere to eat this yellow, greasy masterpiece. And that's why you need to do your research and make sure you pick the right spot.
And in that regard, we'd like to thank our sponsor Opera, which is the king of browsers.
Besides giving us instant francesinha results, Opera has a ton of cool features we use every day.
Especially on our laptops.
There is this cool sidebar where we have our essential messenger apps, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and even Spotify.
With video pop-out, I can watch YouTube while doing boring work.
Pinboards is kind of like Pinterest. For example, we are going to Mexico. So instead of having 1,000 tabs open, I just saved them to my Mexico pinboard. Same goes for the toys you'll want for Christmas.
Opera comes with an integrated ad blocker, so this is the only ad you'll see.
Opera also blocks creepy trackers, ensuring your privacy.
The best thing is that Opera is free and you can switch browser in seconds without losing logins or bookmarks.
Use the link below and make your life easier starting today.
So, with the necessary research and due diligence, we arrived at Yuku Tavern. It's a bit out of the way, but the locals swear by this place.
Thank you so much.
They're opening in 3 minutes. I just hope we can get a table.
Amelia, the camera always gives us a seat. You know that. Sometimes we bring the camera to restaurants even though we're not filming. No, we're not. You know, it's so sexy when you drink beer.
That's the most unfeminine thing in the world when a woman drinks
Somehow
beer.
you make it very feminine. When you have a Francesinha, you need a beer. You should go with a Super Bock. That's our go-to beer.
I ordered half a portion, Jon. Ouch. Okay, this is hot, by the way. Yeah.
We've had a Francesinha at Kufra before, which was a delicious Francesinha. But I gotta say that this looks next level. The Holy Trinity. They're designed for each other.
47 hours in, we had to put our diet on hold since we noticed our skin was turning yellow. We also wanted to find out what a Portuguese fine dine restaurant looks like here in Porto.
We're going to a restaurant right next to Yuku Tavern. We did not know this when we were there earlier today. It's called O Paparico. Muito obrigado. Yuka. Hola. If the wrapping is any indication of the food here and the quality, it's going to be biblical.
I believe that what we have here is a palate cleanser and it's inspired by the port and tonic, which is a very typical little cocktail that you make here from the port wine that is here from the Douro River and tonic water. Crazy, no?
Oh my god, how did they do this? Oh wow, we're in for a treat.
In the name of love, we picked the sharing menu with 6 moments. Fast, we entered a blissful universe of Portuguese food like never before. Each moment was a creative spin-off of classic dishes. It truly was a spectacular experience and one of the best we've had in Portugal.
A beautiful contrast to the Francesinha, the hot dog, the Sandes Pernil.
And I also gotta say, if you are not drinking alcohol, this is one of the best non-alcoholic pairings I've had at any restaurant ever. With a fitting final dessert, we were reminded that the yellow diet must continue.
We're going to Atasquinha and we are meeting up with a special person. His name is Wanson.
Hi, hello, Harold. Inglês. Gente, eu tô falando aqui, gastronomia em inglês com eles aqui, tô suando aqui, mas estão me entendendo tudo aqui, pelo amor de Deus.
We met at the Porto game.
I receive a lot of messages about you and you. Man, the best guys ever, the best videos ever. Let's go.
And you said we had to come here to get patanishkas.
We are on a Tasquinha, it's on the best place for me ever. The mouth, it's so good, it's so tender, so crispy. I'm here all the time. It's really good.
It's a cake.
The arroz de tomate is one of my favorite rice. And last time we had it.
There's a dramatic sound for the...
Quer pouco sobremesa?
Quero.
Sobremesa.
Todo?
Oh my god.
I'm so excited because it's the first time I started to speak English with these people and I feel so happy. We have a lot of food here. It's an amazing day and I now have more vocabulary.
You can tell that he's used to entertaining.
Make a friend. I'm single.
Here's the Instagram.
Love you guys. Thank you so much.
Love you. See you next
Please
time.
come to Brazil.
We have our last restaurant visit lined up. We're going to Matosinhos. This is where you go to get the best seafood in Porto. And there are so many restaurants out there and we're going to one of the best ones because
I'm worth it.
I might have to unbutton, you know.
Having spent our life savings on transport around Porto,
here we go.
we went to a loan shark to finance our last meal. As much as we love everything yellow, the food scene comes together like a rainbow.
The yellow diet applies to a lot, but whatever kind of food you are looking for, you got it. It doesn't have to be Portuguese. But we went for it anyway, since our hearts were beating for a juicy rice-infested lobster.
Hey Amelia, it's not this one. This is Novo Casarao.
This is Novo.
So as you can tell, we have done our homework. There we go. Sorry brothers, but we'll have to eat one of you tonight. First the head. Like this?
Yes, it's the other way around. No. Like this.
Or like this?
Yes. Okay, well, you just wing it.
Mother.
Day 2.
It's really easy. When you come to a classical restaurant in Portugal and you see all this ham and cheese and butter and bread and these nice things on the table when you arrive, it does not mean that they are free, okay?
Why is lobster so special?
First of all, it tastes delicious and it's difficult to catch, but you get pieces that are just as big as if you would eat a fish, right?
How can you not smile?
More epic food right here.